Hi everyone, Red here. I've been learning Unreal Engine for about 2 months now, and today I went and finally took the leap to get Red, the protagonist and character who I created, actually into Unreal Engine to see about proportions and movement and all that good stuff. So today's video is really talking about and going through that process. Now, I did use a tutorial to get this done. I think it was by someone called Cobra Code. So if you would like to see that video, and if you are working on your own 2D character, I highly suggest you go watch that video. This is by no means a tutorial or a how-to, more just documenting my experience. And to be honest, this is a pretty monumental moment for me, at least. Being able to see my character in Unreal is pretty amazing. It's pretty exciting as well. Now, of course, there is quite a few bugs, and I'll talk about that during the video as well. So if you do watch this and you do have the answers, please let me know, because I'm trying to learn everything as much as possible, and you know, any advice would be fantastic. So yeah, let's dive in. So going through the character flipbooks and stuff was actually relatively simple. In order to get your character, if you're going for, this is purely for 2D if you're using like paper, ZD and stuff like that. In order to get your character in there, it's actually relatively simple with just, you know, using the extract sprites and turn them into a flipbook, so it basically just goes through the entire thing. That process was relatively easy. Where I found my self getting stuck, and to be honest, this is probably more of an animation issue. I should also say that with my animator and rigger Cethos, when asking him to give me a model of Red, or well, the drawings of Red, I asked him to basically just give me the most basic version of the character. So don't do anything fancy. Just give me an idle pose, a run pose, and a jump pose. And of course he delivered, as you can see. Some of the drawings don't match up. For instance, this idle pose doesn't actually look like himself when he's doing like the run and stuff, and that's purely just because proportions are off. And I had a heck of a time trying to get rid of this metal character, like the mannequin. I was so confused. Honestly, to people who do this all the time, to learn all this stuff is really, I think, beyond me, at least for right now. Now, to anyone from the Dreams community who's used Dreams in the past and are thinking of getting into Unreal Engine, you'll be happy to know that the blueprint system is actually very similar to how Dreams creates its logic as well. By the way, you see me super confused. I was trying to figure out what was going on. It seems that the run animation, the size of Red's sprites were a lot bigger than Red's idle and his jump as well, and for whatever reason I couldn't figure out why. I think I probably need to go back to Cethos and get him to scale it down, just make sure that all the other stuff is the same size. But to be fair, he probably wouldn't have known this, and I didn't really kind of question it when he sent it. I didn't check file sizes or anything like that, so that's on me. The run animation is good though, like going from idle to run looks really smooth, even though it is just a completely different drawing of Red. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. In terms of understanding blueprints, it is relatively straightforward. It's really just learning the names of what each thing does. I think that's the thing that's really kind of getting me in a twist when it comes to learning Unreal Engine. But I think I probably will be able to hit it. Now, I do get stuck a couple of times because the tutorial does go pretty quickly, which for me, learning, because I'm not entirely too familiar with the system, obviously, like trying to like type everything in individually, like I get stuck quite a lot, which is, you know, a pain, but You'll get there. I'll get there. We'll all get there. It's fine. So, as you can see, the idle into run animation actually works really well, but obviously the size of them changes, and I can't figure out why. I do end up checking a couple of things and checking out file sizes and stuff like that, and I think I determined that that was it. Another weird thing is that there's like, whenever I press play to like start the test or the preview, a second paper red always like pops up behind them, and I have no idea why. So if anyone knows that would be great. Basically, this is a message to anyone who is learning Paper ZD or making a 2D character walk around in a 3D space in Unreal Engine. Please hit me up. I am so out of my depth here. Look at that poor confused bearded boy there. He is so confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He's looking at a bunch of grey squares. It's just a shame. It really is a shame. Now, I do eventually get his jump down, which is awesome. Basically, I managed to create a fully working, other than the size issue, a fully working 2D character running from left and right. And by the end of this video, I do manage to get him into a 3D character, or not a 3D, a 2D character that can move in 3 dimensions, which honestly is really exciting when I can kind of see him walking about and stuff. Now obviously when it comes to the actual game, he'll have like a facing away animation, a kind of a more facing forward animation, stuff like that for when going backwards and forwards. But honestly, this is just such an exciting time. I won't lie, learning Unreal Engine is incredibly stressful. It is very difficult, and I do feel quite stressed a lot, but being able to see my character and the engine really is massively motivational. So yeah, here's the last bit of footage of me going back and forward, being able to run forwards and backwards with the character. An issue that I did also come up against is whenever I turn left or face left, the camera seems to like pan in a bit closer to the character. I'm not sure why, I couldn't really figure that out, but you know, hey ho, I'll learn. So yeah, that's the full video. I'm sorry it wasn't much more excitement, or we didn't get him perfect. Again, I'm learning this from scratch. If you are learning Unreal Engine as well and you think you could probably give me a few pointers, please DM me or comment on the video or anything. I really do want to learn and get this perfect. Big thank you to Cethos as well for animating the character so that I can just drag and drop. Aside from a couple of small goofs in with the size of the run and just the proportion of the idle character, because we did that a long time ago, it works pretty fantastically. It's literally just a copy and drag. I hit 2 buttons and I've got a flip book of the character. So I'm definitely incredibly grateful of having someone, a professional basically, be able to do all that so that my work becomes 2 buttons. So thank you to Cethos. And yeah, if you would like to see more stuff in the future or the past, the future, not the past, my brain's dead, I'm sorry, let me know. I'm probably going to do more of these as production goes along and stuff like that, and I start learning stuff that I feel like might actually be worth recording. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.